How's it going, guys? Welcome to the FM Dugout. We are back with another episode of Rescue Rangers, and today we take on Olympique Marseille in the Europa League first knockout round, second leg. Yeah, that's right, second leg. Normally I would have done first and second, and that certainly was my intention this time, but after recording the first leg I went and reviewed the video and it was corrupt. And by that point I'd already moved on and saved the game, and yeah, so no first leg to be covered. It wasn't exactly a classic anyway. We lost 1-0 at Ibrox, which really kind of puts us in a bit of an awkward position for today. Let me just put the match stats on there so you can see. So it was a pretty even match, and we lost 1 goal to Remy Cabella, marauding through from the left wing, cutting inside and hitting a right-footed effort that wasn't a fantastic shot, but McCrory made a bit of a meal of it. And McCrory was playing because Wes Fotheringham was injured. We had to play a different formation that day from what I wanted to play, which is my kind of standard formation that came about from Europe, all because James Tavernier was also injured. Fortunately, Tavernier is back for today's game, so hopefully we could be in a better position tonight. Ismail Bennacer is suspended. We've got a number of players unregistered. I've now actually got to get my head right again. I have to go back over transfers and so on, because that's what I did in the last recorded video that didn't manage to work out for me. So yeah, well, that's kind of spoiled it a bit. I've got 2 signings coming in the summer. Patrick Bamford has agreed to join from Chelsea, so I'm pretty excited about this. I have signed Patrick Bamford before in other games, and I really think that, you know, him and Zach Clough could have a fantastic partnership up front. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. 12 goals in 29 games in the Championship this season as well, which isn't too bad at all. Certainly scoring in the SPL shouldn't be a problem for him. And I've also decided to bring in Jack Robinson at left back. Again, another player who about the same kind of age, 24, and I think there's good potential in there. And the reason why I'm bringing in Jack Robinson is I intend to do a bit of a clear out this summer. I haven't listed him yet, but I am probably going to be listing Lee Wallace. I really want to try and start to move on some of the players that were brought in previously. So guys like Rob Kieran, he's now listed. Joe Garner's listed. Jason Holt is listed. And I just want to start kind of clearing things up. I've not given Danny Wilson a new contract as well. Again, it's all part of the plan of trying to improve things. Now, we don't have a lot of money in the bank, so I'm going to have to be really careful about it, that I just make sure we have our back ends covered when we start the new season. I haven't chopped away too many of the players. Anyway, those are the 2 guys who are coming in. But we also had some movement in the window. In terms of going out, Jack Harper's away on loan. Jack Grimmer is away on loan to Sheffield Wednesday, with a potential fee arranged. I can't remember what it was. It was 175k or something. It was about half his value. Just hasn't really worked out for Grimmer. The formation I've been playing just doesn't lent him, even though he does play as a wing back. He doesn't like playing in the wing back position, which is a bit odd, but anyway, that's how things are. And yeah, the other main one was Joe Dodo has now gone away to Leyton Orient, and well, I suppose with Dodo there was a chance of him developing, but I felt, you know, getting to 22, the technical skills just were not coming on at all. He'd been at Dundee United last year. 8 goals in 18 games in the Scottish Championship was not really good enough. I played him a couple of times. In the last episode of the highlights reel, you'll see a couple of goals that he managed to bag. As I gave him a bit of a chance to give Zach Rudden a bit of a break, as well as seeing what Dodo could do. But yeah, I just didn't feel it was going anywhere really. He was close to his potential, so I just thought, nah, cut our losses. You can see so far for Leyton Orient, Sky Bet League 1 goal in 5 games. Yeah, he just wasn't really going to cut it for me, so he's now gone. In terms of who's come in, we've splashed a bit of cash on 3 youngsters. So first of all, Patrick Anderson on his scouting mission in Scandinavia came across Henrik Karlsson, who's now looking like he's improving a lot more. So with Karlsson, the reason why I was kind of going in for him as well, 17 years old, keep him here for a few years, hopefully get him as one of the kind of homegrown. I'm not sure if I can, but that's kind of the plan, or sell him on for a lot of money. But you can see from the physical aspect of him, he's very quick and nimble, right? Agility, acceleration and pace all at 16. It's absolutely fantastic. What else have we got? I suppose for a poacher, there's not really too much you need to look at. Not much in double figures here. Finishing is a bit low as well, so we've got some work to do with him. He scored 1 already against Dumbarton in the Scottish Cup. Then we've got David Latorre, who is also another player that Patrick Anderson came across on his travels, and he looks more like the kind of complete article. He's a couple of years older. Well, certainly not a complete article, but compared to Karlsson. So with him, it was really looking for someone else in the central midfield area that could do something other than being a kind of ball winner, which we have in Crooks, in Lewis Thompson, Jordan Rossiter. So we really only had Dan Crowley that was comfortable there. Jordan Thompson prefers to play as the advanced playmaker kind of position. So Latorre definitely has some good abilities, first touch passing, high vision, really good. And if you're going to be a deep line playmaker, vision is one of the kind of key things really, because you need to be able to pick a pass, and passing at 13 as well, so we can work on that. Natural fitness 15, stamina 10, I'd like a little bit higher. But yeah, not bad at all for the outlay that we've spent. That one potentially going up to 675k was a bit more than I wanted to spend. But the last one was an absolute steal. So I came across João Felix and put him on my short list in the first season when I'd been scouting around the national kind of youth squads, and I came across João Felix. I couldn't see his stats, so I scouted. I generally just scouted anyone who was young and who was kind of cheap enough I could potentially afford. Now Felix, I inquired with Benfica and they told me to go away, but then I was notified this year that he was transfer listed at 105k, so I was in there straight away, and you can see he's a quality player for 18 years old, absolutely fantastic. Definitely the sort of player that I want to get in, and again another one who's comfortable playing in more than one position. And I may actually even look to play him there tonight, because it was one of the kind of problem areas. Dan Crowley is improving. Let's just have a look at Dan Crowley right now. Dan Crowley is improving, but not quite at the rate I want to. And certainly from the physical side with the natural fitness at 4, it doesn't seem to be changing, which is a little bit of a worry. So maybe Crowley doesn't have the kind of same long-term prospects as some of the other players do, but we'll see how it goes. The other one's Jordan Thompson, as I say, not quite as comfortable in that position. Am I even training him there? Yeah, I'm training him for the midfield central role. I just skipped away. Now his skills are definitely more rounded than Crowley's, but he's not comfortable playing there, so I might give João Felix that today. Fixture wise, yeah, obviously we had the loss against Marseille. We've actually gone through a bit of a bad spell here. We've only won 2 games out of our last 6, 3 draws and a loss. Now I played a weaker team in this game. I even gave a debut to Adam Maurice as Tavernier continued his recovery, and he didn't play that well, 6.4. So this again, I had to think of the bigger picture. We were ahead of Celtic by a decent number of points. come on. And I really wanted to try and get something out of this Marseille game. We need our players fitting well for it. So you can see I had Jack Thompson playing, Scott Gray, Adam Maurice, a decent enough midfield with Benacer, Crowley, Burt, Clough and Waghorn. We just weren't able to do it. I suppose in reflection it was probably a fair result, but we had to dig deep for it. Just weren't able to get the winner. So as far as the league is concerned, that leaves us 5 points clear of Celtic. So obviously it's not a done deal, and we need to start picking up points. And after today's game, if we get knocked out, as you probably would expect, St Johnstone away, then Albion Rovers in the Scottish Cup quarter-final, Thistle, Wraith, Aberdeen, Dundee, quite an easy run-in towards, apart from maybe Aberdeen, but we did beat them 5-0 the last time we played, so it's maybe an easier run-in to the split, at which point obviously that's when things get more kind of serious. I suppose 2 top 60. Well, actually I've got Dundee as well. Yeah, so I've said that's quite an easy run-in, but I've got 3 teams that I'm playing that are already in the top 6, so maybe I'm not doing it justice. Anyway, tonight we take on Marseille and try to overturn this 1-0 first leg defeat. Just having a look at some of the other teams that are left here. So Chelsea are still in, Aberdeen are still in, managed a 2-2 draw away in Valencia. That's an impressive result. So hopefully we can go further than Aberdeen. I'll be a bit disappointed. Right, okay, so same as the first leg by the looks of it, the 4-1-2-3 defensive mid. Didn't cause too many problems, but me not being able to play my standard formation really kind of messed me up a bit. I might actually look tonight to pull Rossiter forward if I'm finding that they're not really sending that many players through the middle of the park. As I said, I think I'm going to change these 2 guys around. Actually, no, I probably don't want Jordan Thompson in that position. Just trying to think if Barry Mackay might be the better option tonight. I know, again, he's not that comfortable in that role. Also, Liam Burt didn't play particularly well against Hibs. So I think I'll probably leave him out tonight. That's probably the best team we can go with. So still Sasso, Cooper as the preferred centre-backs. Yeah, we want you as a defensive centre-back. No, we want you as just... Do we want him as a stopper? Yeah, probably. Yeah, so that's the team. Let's get underway and see whether or not we can carry on with our European journey. I've been a little bit disappointed getting put out at this stage. I don't think Marseille are the strongest side we could have drawn. But yeah, we've got our work cut out for us. Certainly, I think tonight might be a time to go attacking from the start. We owe them for what happened. I suppose that's the only good thing about losing 1-0 in the first leg, is I got that. It's disappointing. Had it been away from home and losing 1-0, I would have been pretty confident. Losing 1-0 at home, yeah, we need to score. And well, that's pretty obvious. I don't know why I said that. Oh, I keep doing this, right? As well, call out the fact that we're using the Vitrix version 2 skin, which now shows all the information here on the kind of in-between highlights. I don't know whether you like it or not. Let me know in the comment section whether you prefer this. It just means when the highlight plays, you see the full kind of picture, so it should improve the viewing experience. It's a little bit of a kind of shock to the system for me in terms of keeping an eye on stats and so on. You have to very quickly kind of scan them, but I'm talking whilst we're playing here, so I should be commentating. So Thompson going wide, Tavernier and Akers of space as he's been doing all season. but now he loses out to Dykes. I think Dykes was the former left back of Celtic in this game. Adrian now progressing forward, stopped by Sasso, back to McCrory, plays it out wide to the left. Waghorn coming deep to pick up the ball, outside to Wallace. Now Mackay losing. Nope, he's managed to keep it. Waghorn finds Clough. Not really getting the support forward, but Waghorn gets a shot away. The keeper makes a good save. Yeah, so as I say, I've got to kind of keep an eye on this here to see how it's going. And you can see it's just changed. Samaras with the free kick takes a knock, and we clear our lines. That was lucky, as Clough tries to pick up the loose ball, but he doesn't manage to. We're now halfway through the first half, still 0-0. Wallace throwing that away just needlessly. That was not a good throw. Put ourselves under a little bit of pressure here when we didn't need to. And now we have Coombs coming forward. We're closing them down, but we're just not getting the challenge in. Cabela now to Midso. Back to Cabela. Coombs, Samaras inside the box. Cabela with a shot over the bar. I would have said if that had gone in, it could have been curtains. Marseille now coming into the game, but we have a corner here. Tavernier will play this in towards the penalty spot, headed away. Clough picking it up inside to Felix, back to Ross to edge of the box. The shot hits off of, I think it was, whose head was it? Was it Liam Cooper's? Don't know whether that was heading in or not, but offside given. Now Marseille with the free kick out wide on the right, headed away by Sasso. Cabela picking it up, Thompson clearing his lines, Dykes forward, Samaras going wide right to Klein. Nice little flick from him. Inside, Adrian with a shot. 1-0. Not what we were hoping for at all. Good move from Marseille, just cutting us open there. And we're in trouble now. We definitely are. As you can see from the replay here, Wallace not getting the challenge in, Cooper getting drawn wide by Ocampos, and Adrian unmarked. Sasso not picking him up. And we are 1-0 down now, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop. Formation wise, there's not really much we can do. We're already attacking. I think this is our strongest formation against the 4-1-2-3 formation. We're just not playing particularly well today. We're not playing particularly badly either, but we just haven't really created any clear-cut chances. That was not what I wanted to do. I need to tell players to push forward. I don't want to go overload. Samaras now getting the space. McCrory with the save. Seem to be getting an awful lot of space in the middle of the park there, and I'm not sure why, since Rossiter is definitely playing a role where he's meant to mark tighter, close down more, and there isn't even an advanced playmaker in that position. Yeah, just it doesn't feel like we are really on our game tonight, and Marseille are just pushing now for another goal here. We now need 2 goals to go through. Can Waghorn do anything? Plays inside to Mackay, looking for Clough, takes it, smashes it, and saved. Those are the chances you have to score. You have to take them, and the keeper's just had that made a bit easier for him. The ball hit straight at him. Tavernier with the resulting corner, heads it away by Dykes. Rossiter, Mackay loses out. Yeah, I don't think Mackay's got a long-term future at the club either. Decent player, SPL wise, but this is the kind of level where I want Rangers to start winning games, and to do that we do need a better quality of player. And I know we've got a young squad. I know it's not going to happen overnight. We don't have a huge amount of money, but guys like Mackay just maybe aren't going to be that great. As Clough's cross nearly catching the keeper off guard. Could have done with a little bit of luck there. Sasso with a good clearance. Sasso's been an excellent signing, I think. He did lose Adrian for the goal, unfortunately, but he's generally been a solid player. Now, Tavernier's in loads of space. I don't know why we're not using wide players. Well, it goes to Wallace. I'd say Wallace is not the best of crossers. Tavernier's got a huge number of assists this season, and I really want to see us use him a bit more, so I'm actually going to tell us to go down the right wing rather than the left, because I think Tavernier is where we can get a goal. You'll have seen, if you've watched the highlight reel, the number of goals scored with Tavernier crossing and someone picking it up in the box. It breaks to Cooper, Sasso, the left-footed effort, Waghorn, Cooper, really not sitting with the best players, Cooper and Sasso there, but we've still got the ball, we're still trying. Felix now, Thompson out wide to Tavernier, got to score here. Tavernier gets to the byline, cuts it across, Waghorn's there, and we're back in it, boys. 1-1. Great time to score as well just before half time. Certainly will put a few doubts in the mind of Marseille, and we are back there. A well worked goal, and again, as I say, Tavernier has been outstanding on the right wing there, and managing to find Waghorn there at the back post. Keeper will be disappointed he didn't actually dive out for that, but I don't care. We're back into it, and now the game is on a knife edge. 1 goal for us and we are through, 1 goal for them and we're definitely out. Right, I would have been coming in with a completely different team talk. I think I'm just going to say we owe them again, because we do. Right, Cooper not happy. That seems to have got him geared up for the second half. Alright, good team talk. I don't think there's much point in changing things around at the moment. The only thing I'm tempted to do is Barry Mackay off for Thompson. You look at Mackay's skills and he's a good player. I'm probably just not using him in the right position. His best position is out wide on the right, but we just don't play wide formations like that. Yeah, we'll start the second half with that and keep it going. Push for, maybe not. Maybe just encourage. Wallace now getting down early in the second half. Yeah, it's been a fairly even match. You see Marseille, most of their attacks have gone down their right wing, which is our left, and that's where their goal came from. Thompson dispossessed in the box, and now we've got to be wary. Now we have to be wary. Adrian coming forward. I think there was only Cooper covering in the middle there. Sasso closes him down into Cabela. Cooper's lost him. McCrory with the save. A pretty poor effort from Cabela there. That was dangerous. And that's always the problem playing attacking, having your men go forward, is that you leave yourself open to counter attack. I'm just wondering maybe to drop Rossiter back into centre backs, to have 3 centre backs, obviously take him off as well, or put him into midfield actually instead. Actually, Lewis Thompson is on a yellow card, so kind of thinking to do that and then put Rossiter on ball winning midfielder duty, and put Cooper back onto his preferred role, and then Danny Wilson on in his preferred role. Yeah, probably. I mean, I know it looks a bit silly doing that, but there is a reason for doing it, because what I now want to do is tell Wallace and Tavernier, Tavernier, to both get further forward. So bringing an extra man into the centre backs allows the wing backs to go further forward, which is where I really see us scoring from tonight. Thompson being in the yellow card as well, it's the sort of thing that I just don't want to go down to 10 men and really be struggling for the remainder of the match, knowing we need to score again. He's not playing particularly well either, 6.5, so not really any harm done by taking him off. I think also as well, Barry Mackay 6.6. Yeah, I'll go with Jordan Thompson. Zach Runn's looking raring to go on the bench. I'm just wondering whether or not tonight is the night for him. Clough hasn't been particularly well. Yeah, let's go for it. I mean, Rudden obviously isn't as good a player as Clough as far as the game is concerned, but he's scored a number of big goals in Europe. A hat-trick against Bursaspor in Turkey. It's exactly the sort of game that he can score today. Let's now tell them to push forward. Well, that worked well. Thoven with the free kick headed away. Rossiter winning it near. Rossiter's on the yellow card as well. Rudden now forward to Rossiter. Inside to Thompson. It'll be interesting to see if Rossiter gets more involved in the play here. Now he's actually in the sort of central midfield area rather than sitting between the two, as Midso charges forward. Adrian now, you see we've got more bodies here, which is making me feel a bit more comfortable, but Adrian manages to get past Wilson, Cooper away, and nobody there to pick up the clearance. Campos now, Coombs wide to Klein. Will he play it in from deep? He does. Adrian takes that well. Midso not being picked up, and deflected effort. It's how long do we go before we go to overload? I just hope we don't concede a goal before then. Rossiter with the clearance from the corner, and Coombs has let that go for a throw. 20 minutes left. I mean, we're doing okay. I would say if we were to score a second goal, it's definitely against the run of play. Just wondering what else we can do instruction wise. If there's, I don't want to shoot in sight. I don't really want to go more direct. Let me put a run at the defence. Maybe be a bit more direct in our running. Yeah, it's getting to that time. Overload is really kind of beckoning. I don't think there's anything I can do tactically now other than pulling Felix up there, but then that just leaves Rossiter being overrun in midfield, which is not ideal. I'm starting to regret bringing on Wilson, actually. It might have been a mistake to do that. We'll now go with a little bit more direct passing as well. Go overload. But every time we get a highlight, it's always at the wrong end of the pitch. We've really not done a great deal in the second half. Had that early run from Wallace after the kick-off, but nothing since then. I think it's just gone to one behind, as I'm just about telling players to, well, aggressively push forward as we do. Oh yes, of course, it's a clearance for them, so it's their chance. Oh dear, Cooper's misjudged that. Thoven is through, tries to find Adrian. Adrian now has it, and well, that's a pretty poor effort. I saw it was a highlight starting up at the end of the park. I wondered if it was maybe our chance. It's just, it isn't going to work, is it? Made all the subs. Can any of these guys play in midfield? Not really. Nope. So we're kind of stuck. We're going to have to push Wallace and Tavernier up now. Put Tavernier in as a winger, and again we want him to get further forward. Can't tell him to cross more often. Probably don't need to tell him to do it from deep now. He's further forward, so we'll get Wallace. Wallace is less comfortable in that position anyway. Actually, he says he's more comfortable as a winger, so let's put him as a winger as well. Put him on attack, so he's already got those things there. Right, fine. Last throw of the dice, really, and just the number of chances in the second half have been pretty poor, but we have a throw here now. Rudden taking the ball down, trying to get the cross in, and it's just little mistakes like that that cost you overall, isn't it? Adrian now coming forward. and we're just backing off and just get in there, crunch him. Well done, Sasso. Waghorn unable to get to that. Tavernier can't get there before Thoven. It's fine margins here, it really is. We're just losing out on a few little pieces, but over the top now. Rudden is through. Can he do it? Straight at the keeper. What are you doing? That was the chance. That was the chance to put us through. I really don't think we're going to get a better chance than that. Felix now with the corner. Front post met by Sakai, and he just clears that. There's no point in him trying to do anything else. 3 minutes to go. That's given away there. Marseille now fairly comfortable just knocking the ball about. Felix wins it back though. Waghorn got to look to get the bodies forward quickly. Waghorn losing the ball. It's not our night, guys. Definitely need to regroup in the summer and strengthen, because you can just see there's a few mistakes and they're costing us. Thompson out over the top. Waghorn, can he finish from here? Tight angle, can't get the shot away, and we've got a minute and a half left. And right, surely throw this back towards Waghorn. Wallace, nope. Wilson plays it to Felix, and Felix loses the ball. And now the counter attack is on. Adrian skips by Sasso, I think that is. Yep. Wallace now wins it back. 1 minute to go. Felix forward to Wallace. Wallace losing out. Marseille just closing us down very, very well, as you'd expect, playing a good European side. And now Adrian coming forward again, unopposed. I'm a bit frustrated at that, but I suppose I haven't got the team instructions telling them to close them down. Rossiter winning it back, important challenge, but just given away. Coombs, yeah, they just run the clock down now. Half a minute to go, and we just can't get the ball back. Rudden's chance was the one. That was the one that would have done it. Into the box. Thoven now. Adrian nearly finishing it off, and a corner now to Marseille, and that will be curtains. Full-time whistle go. I mean, commendable performance to get the 1-1, I guess. Just the first leg really let us down, playing a different formation due to players being missing, so I definitely need to sort out that right wing back position in the summer, so that we have more than one option there. It was a bit of a gamble, and well, it hasn't paid off, guys, and that's the end of our European journey. Yeah, we'll go with that one. I mean, we were underdogs. Tavernier, I'm a bit annoyed we didn't get more chances down that right wing. At least Aberdeen went out. So anyway, that is us out of Europe. So now we've got two competitions to be concerned with. We've got the Scottish Cup, which I'm not going to cover the quarter-final against Albion Rovers. To be honest, the next time I'm going to cover any game will probably be the Celtic game in the split, depending on whether it's early or later on. It could well be the decider. Let's say we're 5 points clear at the top, and there are 10 games to go, so it's not the biggest of leads. Anyway, guys, that's it for the European run this season. That's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like and a comment down below, and thank you for watching. Until the next time, I'll see you when I see you.